What do you think the barrier to entry for CrossFit is?
Affording a class.
Okay, besides that, because I definitely agree with that. So one thing...
Actually, I guess you could take it back because you don't need to go into an affiliate to be able to start doing CrossFit.
I almost feel like the way that they talk about it, you do.
I think that they want to because the community aspect of it is a
Yeah.
big piece of what drives it, and the coaches are meant to be advocates of the methodology from a holistic standpoint, which includes the nutrition. Like, those are meant to be things that are discussed in class and all of this. So I do think it's a piece of it, but you can certainly get it done without that. But from a barrier to entry standpoint, like, you don't have to have a certain level of strength or a certain level of fitness or a certain level of movement competency to start CrossFit.
Yeah.
You need to have some sort of support in understanding how you can look at a CrossFit workout and figure out how you can gain a similar stimulus at your current ability levels. And I think that can be harder for people than it is in other sports, because if you're just doing powerlifting, it's like, okay, I squat, bench, and I deadlift, and if I'm not as strong, I do it lighter, and if I'm stronger, I do it heavier.
Yeah.
In CrossFit, if you look at a workout, say you look at Amanda as a workout and it's meant to be something that anybody can do some version to get a similar stimulus, that's more challenging to figure out how that fits somebody that's walking in the door for the first time, for sure.
Can I push back a little bit on that?
Yeah.
So I personally believe that the barrier to anything in life is strength, a base level of strength, right? Just look at it like a simple perspective, right? Sorry, a simple perspective. A baby has to be strong enough to walk in order for it to walk. In CrossFit, I understand that there's like the idea of scaling and you do what you can, but you still have to have the base level of strength in order to move any sort of load, right? So I would argue...
But what if there's an option that has no external load?
You still have to express force against something, right? So that's...
But are we assuming that if they have the strength to walk in the door and the strength to get off the bed and all these things, that you have enough strength to do something that's going to move you closer towards this spectrum of health?
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So
I understand.
Yeah,
We're
you
going,
get what
like,
I'm saying. It's
infinitely
so
back as a
nuanced.
starting
Yeah.
point.
Exactly. So like my argument is that, okay, I get it, but if we get to the nitty gritty, always the barrier to entry to anything is just some base level of strength. You have to be able to be strong enough to move your body in general. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's the only point of contention that I have with that. When I hear the barrier to entry is any of the 10. What is it called? Can you enlighten me?
General physical skills.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
When I hear that, I'm like, okay, but to do any gymnastics, you need to be strong enough. To do any aerobic work, you have to be strong enough. Is that something that you would agree with or no?
Yes, but I think we're splitting hairs, because to define what strong enough is, like that same barrier to entry exists for everything.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yes, you have to. I just think that barrier of strength is not much higher than the barrier of strength that it takes to physically get out of your car and walk down the stairs to go into your gym.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I agree to a point.
Right.
I know I'm getting so nuanced, dude, but I want to understand, because when even like a burpee can be the world for somebody. Sure. You know, one burpee. Like, you see those really amazing videos where like a 400-pound person gets their first burpee and you like want to cry almost, right? So I think also it does vary depending on where that person is in their life, just in general, right? With health or their fitness.
Sure.
Yeah.